I first started working on Words of Love for the ukulele, I was trying to do what I would do if I was playing a Buddy Holly tune on guitar, and I was trying to figure out how to play all of the parts as they're written. But Buddy Holly was playing this on a guitar, and we're going to play this on a ukulele, so it doesn't have to be exactly what he played. That's a mindset I try to keep no matter what song I'm working on the ukulele. But I kind of had to stop myself as I was working out some really weird ways of pulling that off. So we're gonna stick to just the tune, playing the chords, and I'm gonna show you how we can play the intro a little bit later on. Some of the finger picky bits. But let's start off just playing through the chords of Words of Love. Hold me close and tell me how you feel. Tell me love is real. Words of love you whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you. It's just 3 chords. I'm playing an A chord, a D chord, and an E7 chord. And that's all there is to it. I am kind of replicating the way he plays it. So there's the part where he plays the A chord and then picks through the D and E7 there. And I'll show you how we can do that a little bit later on. But for now, when I'm strumming that, I'm just doing 4 downstrokes on the A, 2, 3, 4, and then adding a little bit more up and down when I'm playing the D and the E7. So, and doing that, I'm doing down up for all of the beats under the D and the E chords there, but I'm giving a little bit more accent on some of those beats, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in that second measure, when I'm playing the D and E, I am doing down and up, but I'm giving a little more emphasis on and 2 and 4 and. So the 1, 2, and 3, the 1 and 3, I'm kind of letting it be really quiet, whether I'm just hitting those strings softly, or maybe I'm just using my thumb, the fleshy part of my thumb, to strum that part so it doesn't pop out and it's not as loud. And it just gives it enough of an accent to give it a little a cool little lilt to it. I'm mixing up my strumming a little bit as I'm playing through there, but really that's essentially what I'm doing. I could simplify it a little bit by just keeping to downstrokes on that second measure, but it's going to work really well playing those chords just about any way. It's gonna sound pretty darn good. Before I play the next 2 verses, I just want to show you how I'm playing the A and the D and E7 chords. So the A chord, I'm playing the way that you would expect. I've got my middle finger on the G on the 2nd fret and pointer finger on the 1st fret of the C. And then when I go to the D, I'm playing like this. So I do have all of my fingers spread across there. So I've got 2nd fret of the G, 2nd fret of the C, and 2nd fret of the E. There are other ways that I could play this D, but I want to play it like this because going to that E7, I can leave my middle finger right where it is, move my pointer finger back to the 1st fret of the G, and move my ring finger to the 2nd fret of the A. I'm going to go back and forth between that D and E7. See how easy that is to just get our fingers from here to here. Easy is relative, of course. There to there, I should say. Look how little movement is involved here. And still going to take a little bit of practice to make that transition. But keep an eye on my fretting hand as I play through the third and fourth verse here. I'll try and angle down a little bit too so you can see my right hand and what that's doing as I am strumming this. So I'm picking up on verse 3, the Let Me Hear You Say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me hear you say the words I want to hear. Darling, when you're near. Words of love you whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you. And there it is, a tight little song, just 3 chords going on there, and a very pretty simple melody. That vocal melody is starting off on an A note. So as when I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna start singing, I'm hitting that A note. And hold me close, and that melody starts off right on these notes in this A chord. So I could be holding down the G string right there, but I'm not, just so you can see what strings I'm playing. The A string, E string, first fret of the C, and back to the open A. And that can get you started on that vocal melody. Hold me close and tell me how you feel. After you've got the chords down, we can start playing around with the finger picking bits, the little arpeggiated moments in this song. Now, this is really where I was kind of finding a balance of playing it as written and playing it so it will work simply on the ukulele in the original key. Without having to use a low G string. So here's what I'm doing. I will start off with the first part, which is the same thing played 3 times. So we play that A chord 4 times. Okay, and then I'm playing this little pattern here. So I'm holding a D chord, and I've got an 8th note rest, so a 1 of rest, and 2 and, where I'm playing the 2nd fret of the E, 2nd fret of the C, and 2nd fret of the A. 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and. That's my first 2 beats there. And then I am switching over to this E6 chord to play the next part, where I play 4th fret of all of my strings, and I'm going to be plucking my C string, followed by the A, followed by the G, followed by the E. And again, it's all on the 4th fret there. I'm going to do that a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4, D position, rest, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. I find that can be good to look at the tablature when you're doing that, just to kind of keep track of where everything is happening. As we're talking through, it can go by kind of quickly. Of course, you can stop this video and go back and watch it again and listen through again, but figure out a way that, that you can commit that movement to memory. I'm going to play it again. So starting with those 4 strums of A, And then I'm going into the D chord shape, followed by this E6 chord shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, and 2, and 3, and 4, and these fingers are kind of getting in the way of seeing what's happening there. So just one more time. Oh, muted it a little bit. And I can use a number of different combinations of my fingers, and I might do some different things depending on where I'm coming from. But I might be playing the C string with my index finger, the A string with my ring finger, the G with my thumb, and then the E with my middle finger. Okay, so I'm going to do that 3 times, and that's the first part of the intro. So that's going to be 6 measures altogether if you're looking at the music. I'll do it slowly and play through. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, so that is played 3 times. And then that's followed by this next set of 2 measures. And I've written out 2 different ways that we can play it on the page with tablature here. We've got the slidey version, which kind of mimics the way he's playing this little line. And it's essentially playing through the first few notes of the melody here. So I am all the way up here on the 9th fret of the C string, and then I've got my open E and open A strings. Now that 9th fret of the C should be the same note as your open A. And the only reason I'm playing it up here is to get this effect as I slide to each of these different frets. Let me tune it a little bit. So this movement, I can play the same thing, which is the way that I had written it out below, by just playing those same notes that we were looking at earlier in that A chord. So the open A, open E, 1st fret of the C, and open E again. Okay, so these are the same exact notes. Instead of playing them down here, for the effect, I am playing the 9th fret of the C string to the 4th fret of the C string to the 1st fret of the C string back to the 4th fret. And that's just to get that effect of sliding around. Let's see how we get that neat little sound. That's kind of what he's doing when playing it on guitar. And then that follows right into picking through the D and the E6 again. I play that slightly different this time through. The E6 is still played the same, but the way that I'm playing the D is I'm playing the, instead of having a rest at the beginning now, I'm playing the 2nd fret of the C string, open A, 2nd fret of the E, 2nd fret of the C. And then I still go right into playing the E6 the same way that I was doing before. So let's do that intro all together, starting off with the 3, playing those first 2 measures 3 times, and then we'll go into the, let's attempt the slidey version. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And into the song. Of course, it's a little bit easier to play it like so. With the ending, I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to play the first part 3 times. I'm just going to do it once and into the A chord version as it's written on the tab. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll notice when I did it there, I still strummed through all of my strings. So when I was playing that first note, I was attaching a whole A chord to it. You don't have to do that. I just like the feel of it. One more little thing that you might have noticed as I was playing through that, when I was playing the first part of the intro, that repeated part, I was playing that D chord by barring my pointer finger across the 2nd fret. I'm not playing the open A string in that figure, so I don't need to worry about leaving that open, and I can use this shape, which is the same shape that I'm going to need for the E6, so I can play my D like this because I'm just playing the E, C, and G strings, and then I slide up to do the pattern on the E6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold me close and tell me how you feel. Tell me love is real. Words of love you whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you. Let me hear you say the words I want to hear. Darling, when you're near. Words of love you whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you. And there we have Words of Love. It's a sweet little tune, and it's pretty fun to play on the ukulele. Let me know if you have any questions or if there are songs that you might want to look at in particular. You can email me at tinyvillagemusic@gmail.com. There are links below for lots of stuff, so check it out if you're into this kind of thing and you want some ukulele stuff in your life, probably some more ukulele stuff in your life, then go ahead and sign up for the mailing list. Check out some free sheet music on my website, or some of the other stuff that's down there. So I look forward to seeing you again, and until then, happy strumming.